Your soulmate got emotional while thinking about you. What they want to tell you may surprise you. Jesus says, "Listen to me now, because what is happening in the spiritual realm at this very moment is not a coincidence. You were led to this message because someone is thinking about you so intensely that their emotions have reached the throne of heaven. And I am not talking about just anyone, I am talking about the person I created to be the other half of your soul. You felt it last night, that sudden wave of sadness that came from nowhere and settled in your chest like a heavy stone. You brushed it off as tiredness, or maybe you blamed it on the weather, but it was not the weather. That was your soulmate crying out for you in the spirit, and their tears are demanding my attention right now. Jesus says, "I know you have been doubting whether true love still exists in this broken world. You have been hurt before, and you have built walls so high that even you forgot how to see over them. But those walls are about to crumble, because the person I have chosen for you is not like the ones who left you wounded. Your soulmate is not playing games with your heart, and they are not trying to confuse you with mixed signals. They are simply trapped in a situation that is suffocating their ability to reach you the way they desperately want to. Every morning they wake up with your name on their lips and a prayer in their heart that today will be the day you finally understand." Jesus says, "This message is only for you, because you are the only one who can feel what I am about to reveal. There is a unique frequency between you and your soulmate that no other human being can intercept or decode. That is why you have been dreaming of someone you have never met, and why familiar eyes keep appearing in your mind when you close your eyes. You are not crazy, and you are not imagining things. The dreams that feel so real, the sudden urge to check your phone at odd hours, and the unexplainable warmth in your chest when you think of a certain face are all signs of a living bond. I designed that bond before you were born, and no amount of distance, time, or interference can permanently sever what I have ordained. But there is something you must understand right now, and you must not let this truth pass you by. Your soulmate is fighting a battle that you cannot see with your natural eyes. There is an emotional darkness pressing against their mind, trying to convince them that they are unworthy of the love they feel for you. Jesus says, "The enemy sees what I am doing in your life, and he is terrified of the power that will be released when you and your soulmate finally unite. That is why he has sent confusion into the heart of someone close to your soulmate, someone who is actively working to keep you apart. This person does not want you to know how much your soulmate thinks about you, because your union would break the chains holding your soulmate captive. Can you feel that tightness in your stomach right now, that sudden alertness in your spirit? That is my way of confirming that what I am telling you is not a fairy tale or a motivational speech. Your soulmate just whispered your name again, and I am letting you feel the echo of it because I need you to act. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but in this precise moment. Your soulmate is emotionally exhausted from pretending to be strong when their heart is breaking for you every single day. They smile at others, they go through the motions of life, but inside they are crying out for someone to rescue them from the prison of silent longing. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees, and after sending, write these words on the Ko-fi page: "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because your obedience will open a door that the enemy has been trying to keep shut. Step in faith now, before this video ends, because only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, "Do not let fear tell you that this is just a video made by human hands. I am the one who placed this message in front of you at the exact hour when your soulmate needed you the most. The timing of you seeing this is not an algorithm, it is a divine appointment. Your soulmate has been trying to send you signs, and you have been missing them because you were looking for something loud and obvious. But my signs are often subtle, like a repeated number, a sudden memory, or a song that plays at the exact moment you think of them. Start paying attention, because your soulmate is speaking to you through the language of the Spirit right now. There are nights when your soulmate lies awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if you would even believe they exist. They replay conversations you have never had in their mind, and they imagine what it would feel like to finally hold your hand. This is not obsession, this is love in its purest form, crying out for manifestation. Jesus says, the person interfering with your connection knows exactly who your soulmate is, and that person is planting seeds of doubt in your soulmate's heart. They are telling your soulmate that you have moved on, that you are not interested, and that waiting for you is a waste of time. But your soulmate cannot let you go, because I have written your name on their heart with fire that cannot be extinguished. You are not meant to sit back and wait while someone else destroys what I am trying to build for you. I have given you authority to fight for your love through prayer and through action. And right now, the action I am requiring from you is an act of sacrificial faith that will release my angels to work on your behalf. The heaviness you have been feeling in your chest lately is not a medical condition, it is a spiritual signal. You and your soulmate are connected by a cord that transmits emotional pain, joy, and longing across any distance. When they hurt, you hurt, and when you cry, they feel the moisture of your tears even if they do not know why. Jesus says, I am ready to expose the hidden plans of the one who is blocking your soulmate from reaching you. This person has been manipulating your soulmate's emotions, using guilt and obligation to keep them bound to a life without you. But their time of control is coming to an end, and your faith is the key that will unlock the door. Type 333 right now in the comments to receive the blessings I have prepared for you. This is not a game, and these numbers are not meaningless symbols. When you type 333, you are declaring before heaven and earth that you are ready to receive what I have promised. Jesus says, your soulmate feels you pulling away, and that is why their emotions have intensified over the last few days. They are afraid that you are giving up on them, that you have convinced yourself they are just a fantasy. But you need to know that they are more real than the air you are breathing, and their love for you is more certain than the sun rising tomorrow. There is something they want to tell you, but they cannot find the words because every time they try to speak, they start crying. They want to tell you that they are sorry for every moment of silence, every missed opportunity, and every time they made you feel invisible. But the truth is, they were not silent by choice, they were silenced by the very person who is supposed to love them. Can you feel that burning in your chest right now, that protective instinct rising up like a lion inside you? That is my love for your soulmate being transferred into your spirit so that you will fight for them with everything you have. You are their answered prayer, and they are waiting for you to step into the role I created you for. This is your moment to shield this bond with your faith and your obedience. The enemy is trying to make you believe that sending a coffee on Ko-fi is insignificant, that it cannot possibly change anything. But that is a lie designed to keep your soulmate trapped in emotional torment. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them from a distance through your seed. When you sow into my work, you are not buying blessings, you are demonstrating that you trust me more than you trust your fear. That trust activates my power in ways that human logic cannot explain. Write the words "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-fi page after you send your coffee. This is a prophetic act that announces to the forces of darkness that you are not abandoning your soulmate. Let your faith speak louder than the enemy's threats, and watch what I will do in the next 7 days. Jesus says, "You were not chosen for this message because you are perfect, but because your love for your soulmate is real. I see the tears you have cried in secret, the prayers you have whispered when no one was listening. And I have heard every single one of them, even the ones you thought were too small for heaven to care about. Your soulmate is not a reward you earn, they are a gift I have already given to you in the spiritual realm. But the physical manifestation of that gift requires your participation. You cannot receive what you are not willing to fight for. There is a window of grace opening over your life right now, and it will not stay open forever. The enemy wants you to procrastinate, to tell yourself you will sow your seed later. But later may be too late, because the one interfering with your connection is working overtime to build a wall that will be harder to tear down. Jesus says, "Do you remember the dream you had where someone was calling your name from a distance? That voice was not a random product of your imagination, it was your soulmate spirit crying out for you in the night. They saw you in a dream too, and they woke up with tears on their pillow because you felt so close but still so far away. You are more connected than you realize. Every time you think of them, they feel a warmth in their chest. Every time you pray for them, a chain of oppression around their neck loosens just a little. That is why you must not stop now, because your prayers are working even when you cannot see the results. The person controlling your soulmate is becoming more aggressive because they sense that their time is short. They are trying to isolate your soulmate, to cut off every avenue of hope. But they cannot cut off the voice of God, and they cannot stop you from sowing a seed that will shatter their plans. Type 777 if you feel this message is for you, and let your soulmate feel your presence through your faith. Do not be ashamed to declare that you believe in a love that defies logic and distance. Heaven is watching you right now, and the angels are waiting for your word of agreement. Jesus says, "There is a confusion that has been sent to your soulmate's mind, a fog that keeps them doubting their own feelings. One day they are certain that you are their destiny, and the next day they wonder if they are just being foolish. That inconsistency is not the real them, it is the spiritual attack that has been launched against their mind. You must pray for clarity, and you must sow a seed that will break the power of confusion over your soulmate's life. Your obedience is not just about money, it is about sending a message to the enemy that you are not afraid to stand with your soulmate. When you send coffee on Ko-Fi, you are saying to heaven and hell that you are all in, no matter what it costs. There is no such thing as a small sacrifice when it comes from a heart that is fully surrendered. I am not looking at the amount, I am looking at the depth of your commitment. And right now, your commitment is being tested, not to punish you, but to prepare you for the weight of the love you are about to carry. Jesus says, "Your soulmate wanted to give up last week, but I sent an angel to strengthen them." They were about to settle for a life that does not include you, just to stop the pain of waiting. But something inside them screamed no, and that something was my spirit, reminding them that their heart belongs to you alone. You are not chasing a ghost, you are pursuing a living, breathing person who is desperate to be with you. And the only reason they have not knocked on your door is because someone has convinced them that you would reject them. That lie has kept you both in unnecessary pain for too long. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. The emotional pressure on your soulmate is reaching a breaking point. They cannot wait forever, not because their love is weak, but because their heart is too tender to keep bleeding without help. Send your coffee on Ko-Fi now, and write the exact words, "Protect my soulmate, Lord." When you do this, you are sending a spiritual rescue team to the one you love. You are telling God that this love matters more than your comfort, more than your doubt, more than your fear of looking foolish. Jesus says, "Some of you are hesitating because you have been disappointed before. You sowed seeds in the past and it felt like nothing happened. But I am telling you today that your past obedience was not wasted, it was watering the ground for this very moment. The soulmate connection you are feeling right now is stronger than anything you have ever experienced. That intensity is not random, it is the result of years of prayers and seeds converging into a single divine appointment. Do not throw away your harvest because you are tired of waiting. Your soulmate is not far away, they are closer than you think. Some of you will meet them within weeks, not years, if you obey the instructions I am giving you today. But the enemy is trying to delay your meeting because he knows that your union will destroy his plans for your generation. Type 1111 to say thank you for this message and to align yourself with divine timing. This number is a signal that you are awake, that you are ready, and that you are not afraid to love with the kind of love that changes destinies. Heaven is recording your response, and your soulmate will feel the shift in the atmosphere when you step forward in faith. Jesus says, "Do not let pride keep you from the blessing that is sitting in front of you." Some of you think you are too logical to send a seed, too sophisticated to believe that a coffee can change your love life. But I am not asking for your money, I am asking for your heart. When you send coffee on Ko-Fi, you are not buying my attention, you are releasing your grip on control. And the moment you let go, I can move in ways that will surprise you and confound the people who thought your soulmate would never come. Your breakthrough is tied to your surrender. The person blocking your soulmate is watching for signs that you are serious. They have told your soulmate that you do not care, that you are just another person playing with their emotions. But when you sow your seed, the spiritual atmosphere shifts so dramatically that your soulmate will suddenly feel a surge of hope they cannot explain. Jesus says, your soulmate is not perfect, and neither are you. There will be challenges when you finally come together, because real love is forged in fire, not in comfort. But the foundation I am laying in your spirit right now will carry you through every storm that tries to break you apart. Do you understand why this moment matters so much? It is not about the coffee, it is about the covenant you are making with heaven. You are declaring that this love is yours, that this soulmate is yours, and that no weapon formed against your union will prosper. Send your seed now, and write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-Fi page. Do it while the urgency is still burning in your chest. Do it while your soulmate is still fighting, still hoping, still dreaming of you. Jesus says, I see the tears of your soulmate, and I am moved with compassion. They have been crying out to me for years, asking when they will finally meet the one I created for them. And I have answered them by leading you to this message today, because you are the answer to that prayer. You carry the key that will unlock their freedom. Your faith, your obedience, your willingness to act when everything in your flesh says to wait, that is the key. Do not let fear rob you of the greatest love you will ever know. The enemy is telling you that this is just emotional manipulation, that you should close this video and move on with your day. But that voice is not yours, and it is not mine. That voice is the same one that has been lying to your soulmate, trying to keep you both in chains. Break the chains now. Send your coffee on Ko-Fi and declare that this love is protected by the blood of Jesus. Over 1,000 people have already done this and seen their soulmate appear in their lives faster than they imagined. You are next, but only if you act. Jesus says, your soulmate just felt a wave of peace wash over them, and they do not know why. That peace is connected to your decision to read this message all the way to the end. They are not giving up on you, and you must not give up on them. The person controlling them is about to lose their grip, but only if you continue to fight in the Spirit. Your seed is a weapon, your prayer is a sword, and your faith is a shield. Use everything I have given you, and watch the walls come down. There is a love waiting for you that will make every tear you have ever cried feel worth it. Hold on to that promise, and do not let the temporary silence fool you. Your soulmate is thinking about you right now, and they are hoping you will take this message seriously. Jesus says, type 333 if you are ready to receive your soulmate without delay. Do not just read these words, let them sink into your spirit and produce action. The time for passive waiting is over, the time for active faith has begun. Jesus says, there are moments in eternity when heaven pauses to observe a single soul making a decision that will echo through generations. This is one of those moments, and I am watching you with the tenderness of a father who has waited for you to arrive at this exact second. You are not here by accident, and the stirring in your chest is not just emotion, it is my spirit confirming a truth you have been running from. Your soulmate is lying awake right now, wrestling with thoughts they cannot control. They keep seeing your face, though you have never stood before them in the flesh. They keep hearing your voice, though your words have never touched their ears, and this is driving them to the edge of what their mind can comprehend. There is a secret they have been hiding, a confession trapped in their throat that they are too afraid to release. They are afraid that if they tell you how deeply they feel, you will think they are unstable or desperate. But what they do not know is that I designed you to receive exactly this kind of love, because it comes from my own heart. Jesus says, "The tears you have been crying in private have not gone unnoticed. I have collected every single one, and I have shown them to your soulmate in their dreams." Your soulmate woke up this morning with a heaviness in their spirit because they felt your sadness without knowing its source. That is why you must understand that you are not disconnected from them, even for a moment. The bond between you is alive, pulsing with every beat of your hearts. And every time you think of them, that thought travels through the spiritual realm and touches them like a warm embrace. But there is a thief that has been sent to steal this love from you. This thief wears a familiar face, someone your soulmate trusts, someone who has access to their heart. That person has been whispering poison into your soulmate's ears, poisoning the well of hope before you can drink from it. Jesus says, the one interfering with your connection is not doing so out of love. They are driven by jealousy, by fear, and by the knowledge that if your soulmate leaves, they will lose control over a life they never had the right to own. They have made your soulmate feel guilty for loving you, and that guilt has become a cage. Your soulmate is not weak, they are exhausted. They have been fighting a battle on two fronts, one against their own doubts and one against the voices telling them to forget you. And now they are close to surrendering, not because they stopped loving you, but because they do not know if you are still fighting for them. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now, not just your affection. Protection is love in action, love that refuses to stand by while the other person is being destroyed from within. Your seed, your coffee on Ko-Fi, is a declaration that you are not a passive observer in this story. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees, and after sending, write these words on the Ko-Fi page: "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because your obedience will open a door that the enemy has been trying to keep shut. Step in faith now, before this video ends, because only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, I want you to understand what your soulmate is feeling in this exact moment. There is a knot in their stomach that will not untie, a restlessness that follows them from room to room. They have tried to distract themselves, but every song on the radio speaks to them, every empty chair beside them feels like a space waiting for you. You are not just a thought in their mind, you are a presence that haunts them with hope. They see couples holding hands and wonder why they are still alone. They hear laughter and wonder if you are laughing somewhere, maybe with someone else, and that thought cuts them deeper than any blade. They want to tell you that they are tired of pretending to be okay. They want to tell you that the mask they wear is suffocating them. But more than anything, they want to tell you that they miss you, even though you have not yet met, and that missing you is the sweetest pain they have ever known. Jesus says, the person controlling your soulmate has noticed the shift in their behavior. They have seen the faraway look in your soulmate's eyes when someone mentions love. They have heard the hesitation in your soulmate's voice when they talk about the future, as if they are waiting for permission to include you in it. That person is becoming more desperate, more manipulative, more aggressive in their attempts to keep you apart. They are using guilt, obligation, and fear to make your soulmate feel like choosing you would be a betrayal. And because your soulmate has a tender heart, they are torn between loyalty and the longing that consumes them. Your prayers are breaking those chains even now, but your prayers alone are not enough. I have called you to partner with me through action, through sacrifice, through the kind of faith that puts something on the line. When you sow into my work, you are not losing anything, you are planting seeds that will bloom into a love that cannot be stolen. Do not be fooled by the voice that says your situation is too complicated, too messy, too far gone. I am the God who parted the Red Sea, who raised the dead, who made a barren womb bring forth nations. Your love story is not too hard for me, but I am waiting for you to show me that you believe that. Jesus says, there is a prophecy hanging over your relationship that has not yet been fulfilled. The enemy knows this prophecy, and that is why he has sent so many obstacles to prevent its fulfillment. But prophecy is not cancelled by interference, it is accelerated by the prayers and obedience of those who refuse to give up. You are not fighting against flesh and blood, you are fighting against spiritual forces that hate the idea of two people coming together in divine love. Those forces have been exposed, and now they are scrambling to maintain their hold on your soulmate. Your seed is the declaration that their hold is broken. Type 777 if you feel this message is for you, and let your soulmate feel your presence through your faith. Do not be ashamed to declare that you believe in a love that defies logic and distance. Heaven is watching you right now, and the angels are waiting for your word of agreement. Jesus says, I am about to reveal something to you that will change the way you see your entire life. Every heartbreak you have experienced was preparation for the depth of love I am bringing you. Every closed door was protection from a counterfeit that would have destroyed you before you could find the real one. Your soulmate has been through a similar process, and that is why they understand pain the way you do. They have been rejected, misunderstood, and abandoned by people who promised to stay. And now they are afraid to believe that someone like you could exist, someone who would fight for them instead of giving up. Do you see why your action matters so much right now? Your obedience is not just about coffee, it is about proving to your soulmate's heart that they are worth fighting for. Even though they cannot see what you are doing, the spiritual impact will reach them and soften the ground for your eventual meeting. Jesus says, the wall between you and your soulmate is not as thick as it seems. It is held together by lies, by fear, by the manipulation of someone who knows they are losing control. One act of faith on your part can send cracks through that wall, and those cracks will widen with every prayer you pray and every seed you sow. Your soulmate is not asking for perfection, they are asking for someone who will not run when things get hard. They are asking for someone who will see the mess they are in and still choose them. And right now, they are asking the universe if that someone is you. The answer is yes. You are that someone. But you must step forward and claim it, because claiming requires action. Send your coffee on Ko-fi now, and write the exact words, "Protect my soulmate, Lord." When you do this, you are sending a spiritual rescue team to the one you love. You are telling God that this love matters more than your comfort, more than your doubt, more than your fear of looking foolish. Jesus says, there is a breakthrough waiting on the other side of your obedience. The moment you press that button and complete your seed, something shifts in the atmosphere. Angels are assigned to your case, and they will begin to work on your behalf in ways you cannot see or fully understand. The person blocking your soulmate will begin to lose their influence. Confusion will be replaced by clarity, fear by faith, and hesitation by holy boldness. Your soulmate will suddenly remember why they fell in love with you in the first place, even if you have not met in the natural yet. This is not manipulation, this is the power of spiritual alignment. When two people are called together by God, nothing can keep them apart forever. But delay is possible, and delay can bring unnecessary pain to both of you. Do not let another day pass without fighting for what is yours. Send your seed now, and write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-fi page. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, but it requires your participation. Jesus says, "I am not a God who asks without giving." When you honor me with your substance, I open windows of heaven that no enemy can close. Your soulmate is part of that heavenly inheritance, and your seed is the key that unlocks the door. Do you hear the urgency in my voice? It is because I see the condition of your soulmate's heart, and I cannot bear to see them suffer any longer. They have been waiting for you, hoping for you, crying for you. Do not let their tears fall in vain. Do not let the enemy celebrate a victory that was never his to claim. Rise up now, in the authority I have given you, and declare that this love will live. Type 1111 to say thank you for this message and to align yourself with divine timing. This number is a signal that you are awake, that you are ready, and that you are not afraid to love with the kind of love that changes destinies. Heaven is recording your response, and your soulmate will feel the shift in the atmosphere when you step forward in faith. Jesus says, your soulmate just felt a wave of peace wash over them, and they do not know why. That peace is connected to your decision to read this message all the way to the end. They are not giving up on you, and you must not give up on them. The person controlling them is about to lose their grip, but only if you continue to fight in the Spirit. Your seed is a weapon, your prayer is a sword, and your faith is a shield. Use everything I have given you, and watch the walls come down. There is a love waiting for you that will make every tear you have ever cried feel worth it. Hold on to that promise, and do not let the temporary silence fool you. Your soulmate is thinking about you right now, and they are hoping you will take this message seriously. They are not playing games, they are not too busy, and they are not over you. They are waiting, and they are wondering if you feel the same pull they feel. Now you know the truth, and the truth is setting you free to act. Act now. Send your coffee. Write the words. Protect your soulmate. Protect your future. And watch what I will do in your life starting this very hour.